Hello, Holly Harrell here. Stage 4 breast cancer metastatic survivor. Living life holistically, fighting cancer holistically, and on a budget. Today I am NED, no evidence of any disease. I am just a healing machine. Everything is just incredible. All the nerve damage and everything else is recovering massively. I mean, it's really doing great. They were telling me that, I may not ever recover from some of this damage from this last round of radiation, but guess what? It is. I just feel absolutely wonderful. I just got a blood test and everything done, and I'm still rocking it. I'm still rocking it, and I'm doing it holistically on a budget, which I'll tell you guys, you have to do your research. You have to big time do your research to be able to do it, but you can. You can fit everything into, I call it one house payment. You can fit everything in, and I'll talk in depth about that in another session. But I want to give you guys hope, and I want to kind of give you a little bit of insight of where I came from. This is just my world. It's, may not be your world, but it's my world. And I started 6 years ago with breast cancer, and it scared the weebie-jeebies out of me. The intimidation tactic in the oncology world is just uncalled for. I've just come to not respect it at all, but they push it, and they're very, very good at making you feel like you need to do all of their treatments, or you're going to die. I mean, they make it very, 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 very strong. They don't think outside of the box. I really, really, really want you to do your research, both the oncology research, not just what they tell you, but dig in. And then I want you to get outside of the box and really do your research, or talk to people like myself or a million other people that are jumping all over the place trying to get you to listen to. One of the things that I had to do is I had to clean up my world. I realized that, my past was causing the cancer. So I had to wake up with the reality of where and how and what. With that, the biggest was the emotional trauma I was putting myself through, allowing a lot of really, really toxic, negative relationships to be in my life. And I really needed them out of my world. So that was the big one. And then I had to emotionally forgive myself. And I had to go through a lot of emotional healing, and it took a long time. Now, I went through all the chemos, and I went through chemo, I went through tamoxifen and that other aromatase stuff, and it was brutal on me. I lasted about 2.5 years on that stuff, and I had a bag of medicine hanging around my waist and trying to do things holistically and at the same time, because I believed the good and the old. Well, I finally gave up torturing myself and stayed holistic until this till this next bout came to me. And they did tell me, this when the bone cancer came in, about 6-8 months ago to my world, it basically trying to find the true reality to where, what, how is really, really difficult. Oncology people will not tell you anything. They'll dance, and they'll dance and dance and dance, and they will stuff you with every kind of chemo medication you could possibly stuff on you. But they won't really tell you, what you need to know. You have to do that research yourself, and you have to figure it out. I had to go through a lot of people to sit there and say, okay, I want some reality here. I did find out that this cancer that's in my leg has been there, since my breast cancer, because it got into my lymph nodes, and they said, oh yeah, it's been there the whole entire time. I turned around and then knew to ask my oncology doctors that don't talk to me, that don't answer the question. Okay, I was told this, that it's been in my leg. And they go, well, yeah, it's been in your leg ever since then. That's the way we judge it. That's the way we judge how fast your cancer is going to come back. If it comes back in 2 years, then, we know it's fast growing and you're going to go out pretty quickly. If it takes a long time for it to come back, like I was 6 years, I go, it's slow growing, and, we have a good chance of being able to fight it off and prolong your life, for a decent amount. They don't give you very much, but they say a decent amount. With this scenario, I'm also finding out with my leg cancer that I had. I found out that I had it, I had it nowhere else in my entire body. It was nowhere. The blood tests and the biomarkers and everything else that was that was taken was completely clean. The doctors actually didn't even think I had cancer. And as soon as I had cancer, they found out that I had, bone cancer, then, their tone completely went 180 degrees. I mean, it was all of a sudden, now I'm going to be, they come in, they put their arm around you, they tell you you're going to die. They, say as long as you stay on my treatments, I'm going to keep you alive for a few years until you start getting really, really sick. And this chemo cocktail they wanted to put me on, holy moly. There is no way that I would have had a quality of life, and it would have slowly but surely killed me. I mean, it was a brutal one. It was a brutal with brutal side effects. And I'm like, I'm NED. I have no cancer in my body at all because I went in and had the cancer taken out of my leg, and I did okay with the radiation to blast it. Whether that was right or wrong, I don't know, but that's what I did. And now I am detoxing the daylights out of myself and living just as vibrationally high as I can possibly get myself. And I am healing machine today because of that. I just feel absolutely wonderful. And you go around and try to find a stage 4 metastatic breast cancer survivor that's got bone cancer now, how they're doing. If they live in the oncology world, I'll tell you, they are not doing okay. They are on a slow poison death to hell. And just I could talk to you about it in depth, and it is just wicked. I'm not going to do it. There's no way in God's given earth you're going to put me on that stuff. It's just brutal. I think in society today it's going to change. Just from the research that I'm hearing and what people are telling me, that this barbaric way that cancer is being fought is on the way out. So we all need to hang in there a little bit. But, in a few years down the road, cancer is going to change. And it's going to change on how we treat it. So I'm excited about that. And today, the way I am doing it is I'm doing this, healthy, clean. And I'll tell you, so far, as the way it looks, and I'll bet anybody, that living a clean life is going to keep me healthier, happier. Look, I'm out on bike rides, I'm in the woods, I can do fun things, I can work, I can do all kinds of stuff. I can live a beautiful, normal life, everything's healing, nothing's breaking all over the place. I don't have any major traumas going on. I mean, it's just incredible how I am today. There's nobody on earth that would sit there and go, oh my gosh, that woman's a stage 4 cancer person. Nobody. People are just see me as an inspiration to, oh my gosh. And I feel so bad for the people that feel that they have to follow the intimidation tactics of the doctors. I feel so bad about that, because I think we really don't need to be on that level of crap put in our body. I don't think we do. I mean, the cocktail that they wanted to put me on, oh my gosh, it was the most brutal thing you could possibly have. I mean, it was horrible. One of the side effects was diarrhea. Diarrhea? I mean, give me a break. I mean, a constant, that means I would not, my digestive system, my stomach, everything, would have been destroyed. It takes out your T4 and T6 levels of your cell growth. Just start thinking, step back and think about this. Okay, my cells aren't growing. My immune system is going to be taken out. I'm going to be in a diaper. That is healing me. Has nothing to do with fighting cancer. None of these cocktails had anything to do with fighting the cancer. It had to do with stopping my body from doing things so the cancer can't grow. Well, guess what? I don't have any cancer in my body. Why would I need to be on this cocktail now? Why would I need to be on it? Well, that's just the traditional thing that everybody does. From what you are, that's just what you do. And I'm like, why would, just somebody explain this to me. So I'm really trying to get across to people that you don't necessarily need to be on everything the doctor tells you. Stop, listen, look at your body, clean it out, fight naturally. You really don't have to do this blarney. You really don't. Anyway, I am going to continue on this wonderful journey, and it's going to be wonderful. I will be here for a long time. I'll be able to advise all kinds of people about wonderful ways of being able to live their life. But what I will tell you today is I'm going to come back with some more series of how I do this. And it's kind of a 4-part series, and it's about your diet, your exercise, your mental state of mind, and your spiritual essence on how you handle your higher power. And again, this is Holly Harrell. And if you want to see my website, it is Vibrational Energy 101. And you guys have a good day. Thanks. Bye.